It's Bob and Tom Tonight, starring Chick McGee, Christy Lee, Josh Arnold, Ace Cosby, Pat Godwin, Willie Griswold, and Tom Griswold.
We have a lot to get to today. However, I thought before we get to today, we would...
We are here today. You can't skip that.
Real quick play-in games while Christy and Tom fight. Notre Dame and Wright
Before we get
State
to today.
have advanced the NCAA
it's not really up to us, is it?
men's basketball tournament. Notre Dame passed Rutgers 89-87 in double overtime at 2 minutes after midnight.
Rutgers.
And Wright State and Wright State.
And that Ron Harper Jr. is an amazing basketball player.
Not Wright State, Wright State. Wright State beat Bryant 93-82.
Everybody.
Oh, it's a new kid.
The Wright State. Thank you, Willie.
Yeah, you're back.
The right stuff?
That's right.
Okay.
What the
Just sit there and enjoy it, Tom.
What was it?
Let it waft over you. Don't try to...
What was it referencing?
It's the New Kids on the Block.
It's one of
is
the
it NSYNC?
newfangled
No,
songs.
NKTOB.
New
What?
Kids on the Block.
New Kids on the Block.
What the hell are you talking about?
Oh, for God's sake.
Just relax. Everything's fine.
Which band is that? I don't remember. Is
New
that-
Kids on the Block?
Very popular.
Who's in that one?
Donnie Wahlberg.
Yeah.
It's like 25 years old.
You know, I took my daughter to see New Kids when they were at the height of their... They're still the loudest concert I've ever been to.
Boy, I have no
with the
doubt.
screaming. And we got to go backstage because I'm kind of...
No kidding.
Kind of
Honey, Daddy's a big deal.
and Donnie Wahlberg is back there riding his mini bike around backstage. And we go over and, my daughter's losing her mind. And he looks at, goes, excuse me, I'm all sweaty. I will never, that was my brush with New Kids on the Block.
All right.
I saw New Kids on their first tour opening up for Tiffany. And
Wow.
I'm standing side stage, and one of the guys pulls out his mic, and the mic cord comes out, and he's still singing.
Oh, you mean it's fraudulent? Okay, that's what I figured. Okay,
I'm not going to sit here while you insult NK. What is it?
OTB.
Yeah.
Okay. Well,
Should technically be NKB, Tom, as you know.
Why? Because
Yeah,
on
the O and the T.
Yeah, the on there should not be...
If we're doing that, shouldn't greatest of all time
just be...
GAT?
Hey, yesterday we had a story
Yeah.
about the world's largest potato, and Guinness World Records has withdrawn the...
just a second.
How you
The
doing over there,
record.
Sneezy? Why don't you, what do you mean just a second? He was going to talk and no one was
I'm
going to
trying to help you, lunatic.
Introduce a song.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Pat, do you have a song, please?
Well, we have to explain what this is all about.
Now, we have to explain what happened.
Yeah.
You sneezed. I thought your head was going to come off.
And we all glossed over it, and then you yelled, "Give me a second."
Yeah.
Sorry, I thought you were calling on me.
Would you like some hand sanitizer?
Once again.
my hands in.
Ace, you have your stuff you can spray on it.
Tom, I challenge you to watch any television broadcast of a new. Watch Al Jackson's Daily Blast Live.
I
I
do
watched a
on
little of that yesterday.
Yeah.
Don't those people there seem like they like each other? Don't they get along a little bit?
How
Thank you.
Al
For
hasn't
you.
punched that one chick in the face or hit her with an oar. I don't know. I don't believe in domestic violence, but since they're not together.
You gotta watch out. You gotta quit talking about women that way.
What a bold stance, not believing in domestic violence.
But they're not married, so that's okay.
4 daughters.
These are the jokes, for God's sake. All right, Pat.
Yeah, I had a battery die in the guitar, but I can still do it if I hold it like this.
What?
Hey, it happens.
What kind of battery do you need?
9 volt?
9 volt, yeah.
Use the one and the other one behind you.
That's not acoustic?
Give me a sample. Just try singing the first line.
That'll
That'll work.
All right.
Okay. The point of the story is, as you recall, a chick likes to do world records. It's one of my favorite features.
You're out of your mind. I don't like to do them.
I like chick to do world records. It's
There
one of
you
my
go.
favorite features. And we had a world record that was somewhat in dispute when it was first released several months ago. The Guinness people were investigating because they have standards when you're talking about naked juggling while parachuting. They've got to know.
Can't be all willy-nilly.
This was the world's biggest potato, and it was grown, I want to say, in New Zealand by a nice married couple, and they appear to be nice in the pictures. Anyway.
Not messing around, okay? Nothing out of the ordinary here.
And then, do you remember much else about it, Christy?
No.
It was 17 pounds, I think,
Thank you,
beating
Chick.
the old record by a couple pounds.
DNA tests were done.
Yes, on the
Look at that thing.
It's hideous looking.
It sure is.
It looks like the Elephant Man.
Yeah, it does. It's the size of a turkey, but it turns out that it wasn't a potato after DNA tests revealed it was some kind of tuber or gourd.
Yeah.
Here we go. Colin and Donna Brown, 17-pound behemoth. But once again, they nicknamed it Doug.
What'd they do with it?
Doug the Spud. It says here that Colin wants to turn it into vodka.
Oh.
So,
Okay.
It's a noble pursuit. Oh, yeah.
There you go.
Oh, wait a minute. Which one's a potato? Thank you. Thank you very much.
Check
They
that
showed
out.
me a picture of Doug.
Now, this always reminds me of a true story about Chick McGee shopping in the produce section.
Yeah?
Now, Chick...
You son of a bitch.
Chick,
So I'm over in the produce section, and
Right.
this woman's looking at potatoes, and I walk over and pick up a couple.
Yeah.
And I go, these remind me of mine. And
You're what?
my do I say testicles?
Yes.
Okay. These remind me of my testicles.
Right.
And she goes, oh, my goodness. You mean they're that big? And I go, no, they're that dirty. Thank you very much.
That is a fine joke, ladies and gentlemen. So, in any event, Pat, you have a tribute to Doug the potato that's not a potato.
Here we go.
Who are you?
I don't know. Colin and Donna Brown thought they had the biggest potato around. Weighing it at 17 pounds when they pulled this thing out of the ground. But Doug the Spud's no potato. Can't be used for French fries today. The Guinness records are no-go. 'Cause Doug the Spud's no potato. They thought they had a big winner. Shut up, Josh. I like mashed potatoes every dinner. You tease me on the break. They better test their tomatoes. They could be red avocados, 'cause Doug the Spud's no potato. Just a big gourd on the Miracle Grow, like Jose Canseco. Poor Doug the Spud's no potato. Chop, chop, chop.
No.
Julian.
That's a nice tribute. Comedian Greg Hahn behind the glass over there.
Yes.
Greg is on his way to Louisville. It'll be the Caravan for some great comedy tonight, Friday, and Saturday. Willie G on the bill as well.
William!
Yeah, there you go. There's Willie right there. Ace Cosby is manning the track line hot phone. Did I say hot phone?
I like it.
The hot phone?
Wait a minute. Hold it. All of a sudden, I sound like a pro. Thank you, Tom. I appreciate it.
There he is. Oh, he's got his alien yellow glasses on.
I do.
How are things at air traffic control? Everything all right there?
It's comedian Al Jackson. And Al, and the pencil thin mustache is really making a statement now. How many weeks are we growing that thing?
Well, I went, it's weird. I went full mustache, which I haven't done since I was a cop in the 80s in Los Angeles.
Right.
I kind of like this look. I had to cut it because I had like when you have a beard, I don't know if it's just black dudes, but when you have a beard for too long, you start getting ingrown hairs and you got to do all that. So like I got the clean, like I'm going to court in 3 days look.
Yeah, well, you got rid of the soul patch and you got rid of the chin dip thing.
I got a haircut and then I touched it up, but I'm thinking about is this a thing? Have you guys seen the hair tattoo scalping thing?
What?
I've been thinking about doing that.
No, I haven't.
Like you can, it's like a tattoo for your hair, and it kind of fills in, guys, we like lose huge patches, and it fills it in, and it looks great.
Is it permanent ink?
It's like the permanent kind of lineup thing, Al, the angles right there.
Yeah. It's whatever Doc Rivers has. It looks like a computer cut his hair.
Oh, okay. Not what Trey Young has, but what Doc Rivers has.
No, Trey Young looks like an old singer from the 70s that would just go and just like an old crooner that would just like when women would pass out in the seats, like when you had that big silver microphone that looked like you could beat a man to death with that microphone. Like that, I kind of like that.
Does this tattoo thing work on, I don't know, white guys?
Yeah, Joey Lawrence has it, yeah.
Yeah, I would think you probably know men that have it that have not acknowledged it. Where you're like, man, his hair looks great. It's because it's a tattoo, bro.
Wow.
It's like,
But as you age,
it's the same color as your hair.
Yeah.
Aren't you going to look like the Knucklehead Smith dummy from
Knucklehead Smith, and there's no
Who's
problem,
Knucklehead Smith?
no pain. Al, if you don't know who the hell
I
he's
don't know
talking
who
Jerry
that is.
Mahoney?
Who is that?
Remember the dummy that had the imagine like a Curly from the Three Stooges, but it was had his hair tattooed.
Well, I guess as you lose your hair, you just add more tattooing, right?
That's going to look awful.
Will you ever will you, grow the Kyrie Irving, Al?
I don't know. I wish I'd done more with my hair.
I like the Kyrie. I think that is like classic, but I'm an old white guy, so I don't know.
No, I like it too. You know who the haircut he kind of has is he kind of has like that 96 Kobe. It's like a mini.
Yep.
Oh yeah,
fro,
that's right.
But it's all the way around. It's like a first of all, that's harder to like keep. Then I think I didn't realize like how much work an afro was. And just like having any kind of hair is a pain. Like an afro, you have to pick it. You got to keep it moisturized. You got to like it's a lot of work. So I don't know.
Who's the kid with plays for the Cavaliers? He's incredible. Just got injured. He has the big fro.
Jared Allen.
Allen.
I look at all these kids with all this hair, and I think that's when I do college shows and I see like young, obviously it's like 19, 20-year-olds at the show. I'm like, oh, that's the difference between them and me is their hair. Like your hair like shows your age. Like my hair, I look like a retired lion that now talks to other lions. Like the young kids.
In any event, Al, the function of this show is to get me just slightly hipper, which it seems impossible.
Slightly.
Greg Hahn is, of course, here with us. And Greg is about as hip as I am in many ways.
I hung out with Greg a couple weeks ago.
We had a good time.
Let's get some.
What about a hair in a can? Can we bring that back? Talk about inventions that should have got more credit.
Are you talking about that?
The powder stuff? And whatever,
Yeah,
hair in a
that's
can.
a good example. Christy found an example of it.
Okay.
Yeah, you spray your head. Oh, yeah.
Now, have you ever seen the spray on hair, Al?
I have. I mean, it's just paint, but we can call it hair. Is it hair if people can't touch it and shouldn't look at it for too long? I don't know if that counts.
Guys would use it on stage if they had kind of that tonsure bald spot thing.
Yeah.
I think LeBron uses a version of that because
I don't think so.
Oh, really? Excuse me? Can't talk about kings from Cleveland like that?
LeBron's hairline is quite the topic of conversation. It's moved a couple
I think
times.
he definitely got the tattooing. Yes. Absolutely.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, now, Al, let's get some words from me, please.
Tom, let's do it. Let's start off with an easy one, Tom, because I just want you to, let's start off with 100%. Tom, what does scoping mean?
Oh.
Scoping.
Oh, yeah. This is when you're having esophageal issues. And they have to go down there and look around. Similarly, if you're getting the old keister glands.
Colonoscopy.
Yeah, they go
Keister glands. Demerol.
I saw a lot of colonoscopies, my friend. It's I was pre-med, so a whole summer I spent with an internist, and I saw a lot of colonoscopies, and I would just like look at the person's face so you can tell exactly when it started.
Didn't Keister Glantz play for the Celtics in '77?
It's a relief pitcher for the Yanks.
No, Wright City. I think he's a shortstop.
Oh.
Red Sox. Yeah.
what is it, scoping?
Scoping.
What does this mean? Like checking out the ladies? I was at the party and I was scoping the chicks.
Tom, absolutely.
Good
That counts
for you.
1 for 1. We're going to, did you see how casual? Tom, can you give me like another word that would also mean scoping? Think about like in the bird community. We've done this before.
The bird community.
Yeah.
Yes, it's another phrase for scoping.
Birds meaning like avian?
Yes.
Actual
Absolutely.
bird. Okay.
Not the family from Ozark.
Okay. Not Larry, because we were talking basketball.
Right.
Not the gated community that Larry Bird lives in, yes.
Larry has very nice hair. Let's
About
see.
recon.
Starts with an H. Think about it.
I like recon, Greg. Ace, or, boy, oh boy. No.
We don't all know each other.
Nice
Hey, Josh. Fool me once, shame on me.
Yeah, exactly. Al, do you like recon?
I do. I think recon is a phrase that I've used and my friends have used just especially if somebody goes to a club or a bar or a party ahead of time.
Oh,
like,
wow.
I'm gonna do a little recon, and then you call your friends, be like, "Get up here," or like, "Absolutely not, it's nothing but dudes in here."
And real quick, Pat Godwin has created a phrase that you should absolutely know. It refers to being on Tinder or Bumble and looking at it like, you go to bed, you haven't looked at it for a while, whatever, and you go on those apps. Pat, what do you call that?
Every morning you check the traps is what you do.
That is...
Isn't that amazing?
I think that you should patent that.
And can I say, it also has sort of a two meaning, because girls, even guys sometimes post the thirst traps. And so checking the traps also.
You got to check the traps.
Just seeing who's even on the radar for the weekend.
Yeah.
That's the best way that I've ever heard that phrase. It's not close. Not close. Tom, while we're on the subject, tell everybody what a thirst trap is, please.
A thirst trap?
Yes, sir.
Oh, wait a minute.
Oh, there's no way in hell you know what this is.
Well, we have talked about it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Tom, don't let them intimidate you. You got this.
How about this, Tom? Oh, she's thirsty. Look at her. She's thirsty.
Okay. She's looking for a fella. Yeah, she's,
wait a minute. Hold it. Oh, there's a little bit more, I think, to that. The thirst trap.
So what would be the best way to get a fella? You would do what? You on the internet. You should do something to get a fella's attention, right?
Well, maybe like write a poem.
Is that how you would?
Yeah, I know a lot of guys who are into poetry.
If there's no more electricity, that's the first thing.
Yeah, exactly. Longfellow over here wants to write a poem.
As you know, I have a great thirst. And as you can guess, you won't be the first.
That's good.
Something like that.
That's good.
So you're supposed to say, let's go have a drink. I'm kind of thirsty. And then the implication is, no? Okay.
You say, can you hand me that napkin? You give her a chore to do for you. Yeah, you give her a little task. Then you give her positive reinforcement.
Oh, my God. What is happening
Are you
here?
training a Labrador Retriever over there?
I was going to say, this is like police German Shepherd training.
Let me tell you something. It would not surprise me if we find out Han's a serial killer. That's all. I would go, yeah, we kind of suspected it.
Of missing people near comedy shops that he goes to.
So is thirsty used in the world of internet dating? Is this what?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. And do you actually use
Tom,
the word
and
thirsty?
we've all been thirsty before in our lives. No one is above this. It's embarrassing. We've all been thirsty for somebody.
Is this related to the famous phrase, it's been a long time between drinks? Implying that there's been a rather profound lack of human contact? No?
Maybe if you're on Deadwood. No.
Okay. Josh, help me here. What does it mean?
It means that you are trying your best to get that person's attention. So maybe you're wearing something provocative. Maybe you're sending a very alluring message. You're going out of your way to.
This.
What's that?
Gosh, there's also the passive aggressive, just like beach bikini. Super sexy shot, but your comment, which infuriates me, and Josh, I want to know if this gets you, but it's never addressing like the fact that the person is smoking on a bikini. It's just like thinking about French fries, and it's like, stop.
Yeah, no, you're not.
Get on the internet.
Right.
Like, stop. I really hate when it's usually, and women are usually the people that do this. It's like, you can't acknowledge that you look really good right now. And we all know it. You're in a bikini leaning against the railing of a cruise ship. Don't go, just Friday vibes. Like, stop it. Just be like, look at my body. I look amazing.
That girl hasn't had a French fry in 10 years.
You know what the classic move is? And this will happen like in February. Missing summer, and it'll be the hot bikini shot. It's like, oh yeah, because you can't put you up in a parka. That doesn't get a ton of comments.
Yep.
Exactly.
Missing summer. That could be the ultimate thirsty phrase.
Yeah.
Missing summer.
Yeah.
You know what I say to a girl that's in a bikini?
What do you say?
I say, can you hand me that napkin?
That's right.
Don't acknowledge it.
And so then she hands you the napkin, and what do you say?
Nice, that's very good.
So positive reinforcement.
You know, Greg, he's not wrong.
Al Jackson, thank you very much.
Watch the entire show live or on demand at bobandtom.com.
Hey man, this is Donnie Baker. If you just like that video, then do your part. Like and subscribe. You have to. It's state law.